Good morning. It's the mid-afternoon edition. Actually, midday. It's not quite afternoon yet, but it's getting close. Sorry for the delay. It's been kind of a weird day. I was out on a walk earlier today, didn't look at the weather, and got caught in a downpour for about 10 minutes. That was lots of fun. And for those of you who are older, whose kids have left, I'm just now starting to experience this feeling of not loss really, but nervous anxiety when they do stuff. Hannah, Harrison, and Emily are on their way right now as we speak. They left this morning to go to Arkansas to visit their grandparents and to visit a special friend Hannah's made in the Harding area. So they're driving to Arkansas, the three of them on their own. So it's 5 hours over there. I don't know if it was wise to let them go or not. And I'm glad the Life 360 app exists because I can watch them. So how do you handle that? Those of you who are experienced in this realm, how do you come to peace with knowing that your kid's grown up and they've got some freedoms? I'm not worried, and I am worried at the same time. It's really weird. Anyway, I think they'll be fine. I'm praying for them, I'm watching for them, and I just checked in with them. They're doing great right now. But that was part of the reason I didn't film earlier this morning. My routine was a little bit different. Today's proverb, though, speaks to how we all have individual problems and heartaches. And so this is Proverbs 14, verse 10. It says, "Each heart knows its own bitterness, and no one else can share its joy." The reason I tell you that is the reason I read that proverb today is not so much because my kids are traveling, but because of it reveals a deep truth that we sometimes forget. We need to cut people some slack, basically, because we don't know what they're going through. We don't know what people have experienced, what people have dealt with. We don't need to assume that the way people are acting, and I'm not talking necessarily about sin, I'm just talking about other decisions they make. Maybe when they lash out to you, maybe a waitress is not as nice to you as she should be. Maybe, somebody cuts you off in traffic. Maybe you've encountered somebody who, and I know an example recently. I was talking to a guy who coaches basketball, and on the day that he buried his mother, a parent of a kid that he coached called to complain about playing time. You don't know what people are going through, so we need to cut people some slack, both good and bad. And at the same time, we also need to remember that when we're going through stuff, nobody else knows that. So we all deal with things that nobody else is familiar with or can explain or can experience. So we also need to be patient with other people and not expect people to stop whatever they're doing or to change how they feel because we feel bad or because we feel good. But the Lord knows, and we can take comfort in that. He knows the very hairs of your head are numbered. He knows what you need before you ask Him. Both of those are found in Scripture. So turn to the one who does know, and I think you'll find solace there and comfort there and a companion in your joy. So give people the benefit of the doubt, and whether you don't know why they're acting the way they are, and don't expect people to know what only you can know. I think it's pretty wise, and I'm glad Solomon wrote it. That's all for today. I hope to see you all Sunday, those of you who can come, and if you're older or you are still worried about the spread of the virus, by all means, stay home. But I'm looking forward to the day that we can all gather together and not have to be worried anymore. Thanks. Have a good one.